I'm here with Mr. Christopher Little, the Director of Bands at Jim Hill High School in Jackson, Mississippi, as well as the Assistant Fine Arts Coordinator for Jackson Public Schools. Mr. Little, thank you so much for joining me today in regards to ESSER funding.
Mike, how you doing?
Good to see you, my friend.
Awesome.
So as I understand it, you guys have been having some success with ESSER funding, but before we get into that, would you mind sharing the state of affairs of Jackson Public Schools, the size of the district, arts programs and whatnot? How is that shaping up?
Okay. Jackson Public Schools, we are fortunate enough to have the second largest district in Mississippi. We serve about 23 to 26,000 students, somewhere in that population. We're pretty much an African-American district. We serve that population. We have some diversity in the district, but I think it's somewhere around 90% African-Americans in the Hispanic population and the other population. The district has fine arts programs at all the schools. We have bands at every school. Every middle school and every high school. We have choirs at every middle school and high school. We have 7 high schools and we have 9 middle schools. And we have elementary music in all our programs. We also offer a strings program to our elementary students and our middle school students. So we pretty much have the entire scope of the music education as far as that aspect. We offer that to our kids.
That's wonderful. So you have the opportunity to impact many lives of students in that district. That's so amazing to hear. Now, you and I connected on ESSER funding, and as I understand it, your district was able to put a plan together to potentially access some of that federal funding coming through to help impact the lives of students. Would you mind talking through kind of how that process went and what that looks like?
Okay, well, myself and a few other band directors have been working on a proposal for years to present to our district to make some upgrades to instruments and just the arts program in general. So when this opportunity came about, we pretty much tasked ourselves with committing so many hours a day into working on a proposal to submit to coincide with the landing of ESSER funding within the district. So what we did was we just pretty much prepared a proposal that talked about the arts in general, using music education as that central component, because as we all know, music education is so visible. It's something that parents see, it's something that community sees. So that program is almost a buy-in into the arts program. It's that introductory piece to most people, and the district loved it. They're very excited about the opportunity to just provide that equitable access to opportunities for our kids.
Oh, that's amazing. As you guys went through the process, who were the stakeholders or people that you had to get to in order to understand that there was ESSER funding available? Was there a moment where it's like, hey, this is possible, and now we can actually put this into motion?
Well, at the district, of course, we have a superintendent. He has an administrative team. The great thing about this district is everyone is really accessible. You can just pick up the phone, you can call, you can send an email. We have a great team of leaders in the district who are very understanding, and they saw this need as well. So they were more than happy to go and investigate, get the details. We would go back, work together, just putting our ideas together, and it's been a great process.
That's wonderful. So the impact of this ESSER plan that you've put together, how significant will the impact be for the district? How many students do you think this will get to?
Wow. So with this program, the district is going to pretty much allocate a significant amount of funding to the arts programs in our district. In particular, our vision for music education is to put an instrument in any child's hands who wants to play in the band or the orchestra or things of that nature. So it's going to impact thousands of lives.
That's tremendous. Well, I can't say enough great things about the work you've put into this, as well as your team. I mean, to impact so many students in Jackson, and I know that's a huge thing for the community as well, to see something like this come about, which is tremendously amazing. For other district supervisors and music educators that have have heard about ESSER funding, or maybe you're just hearing about it for the first time, what advice would you have for them as they're exploring, the ESSER funding and growing their arts programs in their communities?
Well, I would suggest sitting down, and I would love to share this proposal with anyone who's welcome, who would love to listen to. But just finding the verbiage sometimes to connect to the administration. Oftentimes with music education, there's a lack of communication because most administrators aren't music educators. So they don't understand the total impact that it can have on your overall school success. So what we did, one of the components of our proposal was to identify the characteristics or the things that the arts lead to as far as success in other areas, in particular, academia. We all know that through much research that music education has shown to positively correlate with test scores and things of that nature. Just team building, the characteristics that people look for in people who contribute to just upholding great citizenship and building great communities. Music education does a lot. It checks all the boxes. So what we were able to do was just find the verbiage, communicate those things to our administration, and kind of using that to fuel what we're doing. And that's pretty much really it. Just being able to connect to the administration, let them know that, hey, we're doing something that can help you in that math class or that English class or that, whatever class. We're doing things in here that can also help with that. And I think that's the biggest thing that you can do.
Amazing. Well, I can't thank you enough for sharing the passion that you have, the plan that you all put together for helping the students, and what you all are doing in Jackson Public Schools. We're excited to share this with everyone out there in the music education community, and hope that it helps others be inspired to help grow their music programs as well. So thank you for all you're doing for Jackson Public Schools, Mr. Little, and thank you so much for spending the time with us today. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Good to see you, man.
Take care.
Bye-bye.